Welcome to Van Tate's Sports Office, an in-depth look at the world of sports, featuring exclusive interviews with our KRQE News Sports Director, Van Tate, sponsored by Caesars Sportsbook at Route 66 Casino.
Sports Office talking about fighting today because we have a boxer here. You know this guy, the Hammer, Abraham Perez, and we are really glad to see him. There's multiple reasons why. The biggest one is that he's been on the other side. He actually, tell us about that.
I got into a training accident. I passed out underwater. I was in the deepest part of the water. I was like at 6 feet, the very bottom, and I got into a coma. Got myself into a coma.
Now, like as far as, like boxing is demanding, and you're doing a lot of stuff in boxing. That's like really tough training exercise. Did you learn that? I don't know how many of you guys are aware this guy was part of he was an Olympic alternate and all that, so he's been part of all that scene. So he's been on a high level. And so is that one of those things that's just normal? Like when do people do that kind of training?
It's a normal type of training, especially like for high performance athletes. They do a lot of high performance activities, such as what I was doing. I did. Let me see. What I did was a breathing technique, and normally I do it supervised, and I really don't know what happened. I forgot all kinds of stuff, but I forgot. I guess I wasn't supervised that time, and I just decided to go under, do some meditation, and I guess I lost track of time.
And let's go back to that day. I mean, you say you lost track of time, and then you don't even remember, huh?
No, I don't remember anything, which I don't want to. It's pretty severe. I wouldn't like to relive that moment of me being underwater, and I don't know if I was freaking out, or I don't know if I just went out peacefully. It's just pitch blank for me.
You know how some people like they'll pass, and then when they come back, they'll have these stories that they saw family members, all these different things like that. Did you do any of that?
Well, I didn't flatline. So my heart was like close to like flatlining. I believe like people who flatline do actually go and see like some things, some other things, But for me, I didn't flatline. I was stuck on life support for a couple days.
And when you hear your parents tell that story, I mean, it has to be incredible to you. Like they're going like, what, because you don't remember any.
Right. Yeah. And like, the only thing I can do is just imagine what happened. I really don't know what happened, because I wasn't there. I wasn't there to live and see what happened. I didn't pull myself out of the water. I didn't see myself blue, and I didn't see my sister giving me CPR. I didn't see any of that stuff. So all I could do is just imagine it,
Wow. So you were blue?
Yep. I was out cold. Yeah. I was out for, I don't know how long, but I must have been out for quite some time for me to pass out, go to the hospital.
What did they tell you about coming back as far as what to expect? I mean, will you have some flashbacks or anything?
So far I still haven't, even to me, like right now, like some people that I like barely met, they're kind of unfamiliar, but unless I'm like given like a story, then I can start, retracing, see like what's going on and start remembering, them or like events like, okay, so this happened. Like I did this. Okay. I don't remember doing that, but it's coming back to me, Yeah.
But that's gotta be weird.
It is kind of weird just because like I did like go to like, let's say like an event or something. And I was there fully aware, talking to people. When that event's discussed now, like after everything happened, it's like hard for me to be like, yeah, I was there. That's wild. That's cool. Wow. Yeah. How was I? Nah,
yeah, I know, right?
Yeah. But, when I woke up, it was still like Wednesday. But when I woke up, they told me that it was already Monday of next week. So all those days, they were just gone. Even a couple days before I passed out.
Wow, man.
Yeah.
And so you were technically dead, but your heart was still pumping.
I was, technically, yeah. Like I said, I didn't flatline.
Like you didn't have any functions like going on like in neurologically, like in your brain, like you didn't.
Yeah, like how can I say it? I had, apparently from what my sister said, that when they put the life support and they hooked it on my body, once they turned it on, apparently I was, like, my body went into shock and it started trying to get the tube out of my mouth and it started trying to, like, rip everything that was uncomfortable on my body out. I still don't remember that, you know. But they had me strapped down so that way I don't go harming myself or whatever. Yeah. But, yeah.
You and them hospital did a good job with you.
They did one heck of a job. They're a solid team over there. Shoot, honestly, if it weren't from them and if it weren't from my mother and my sister pulling me out and giving me all the treatment that I needed, I would have actually been dead.
Man, that's got to be, I mean, do you ever think about that and go like, what?
It doesn't affect me right now just because I'm not the one who lived through all that stuff. You know, seeing myself with the tube in my throat, or seeing the big machine hooked up to my arteries so that way it could pump the blood for my heart. Yeah. So my heart was giving out on me, and it wasn't pumping efficient blood to my organs. So I started having organ failure. And that's whenever they said, okay, we got to put this guy on the machine because his heart is too weak. So that's why I was on life support for about like 3-4 days.
Man, your parents are extra sensitive now, aren't they?
They are definitely a lot more cautious with me, especially because I think I have a high pain tolerance where I don't really like snap, like, oh, okay, I'm pushing myself too hard.
Yeah.
Or
and see, that's bad. Like I have a high tolerance for pain too.
Yeah.
And I always tell people that's good and bad. Like you can be like, I've been like really, really sick and didn't know it before.
Right.
And just stopped on a dime, you know, just to say like, oh man, I pay health insurance. Let me go in here and see what's going on because I just want to sleep tonight. Mm-hmm. And they was like, what? You know, so that's good and bad.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's good and bad just because, you know, it comes with the bad, you know.
Right.
But, yeah, I guess I have a high pain tolerance, and they're a little more, they surveillance me just a little more.
Stay with us. More conversation on the other side. Well, what about the road to recovery as far as fighting again now? What I mean, like when you first started getting back, I'm sure that was the last thing you were thinking about because you could care less about that. I mean,
right.
You're just glad to be breathing. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. Well, when I woke up, I was already like a week away from my initial fight that I was going to have with ESPN. And the first thing I thought was, okay, well, I got to get better so I can fight. I only had 5 days left, you know? Shoot. On the plus side, I was weighing like 108, 110 on a full stomach. That's because I was really like diminished. My muscles were gone from the coma. So I was like, okay, I'm already on weight. All I got to do is just kind of, you know, just get stronger a little bit and go fight. You know, but, I mean, that didn't happen. I mean, so after all that happened, once I got discharged from the hospital, I took my Saturday off, I took my Sunday off, and I went straight back to the gym on Monday, even though I was like really weak and anemic. I called it my physical therapy.
Yeah, you know what, and I get that. Yeah. I do get it. You know, even living the life of an athlete, you just take a few days off and stuff like that, and it's just you don't feel right, man.
Right? Yeah, it feels different. And then like for me, I took about a week off, you know. And
it was you just chomping at the bit to get back.
Yeah. Yeah, as soon as I woke up, the only thing I knew was to just get better.
What can you do now? Like what's like the limit you could go now as far as, you know, like you don't want to go too fast and stuff like that.
Right.
And I remember talking to you after this happened and you saying you're going to give yourself like a year.
That's what I was thinking. It's already been about 3 months? It's only been 3 months since the incident happened.
And you're going crazy.
And I could say I'm kind of losing it just a little bit now.
Yeah.
But yeah, I went back to the gym, and my sister, she cracked a couple of my bones from the CPR. And I got another x-ray about like 5 weeks ago, so like a month and a week ago. And they're healed. They're good. I already got a scan on my brain. Surprisingly, there's nothing wrong with it.
Man,
that I get hit for a living, you know?
Yeah, that's a blessing,
right?
Man. Yeah.
My lungs are good. In the beginning, they said that the top portion of my lungs collapsed. And, yeah, apparently now they're good. So my lungs are good. I've tested my lungs. I've tested my endurance and my agility, my stamina. So everything's pretty much back to normal. It's just one big freak accident. Even my heart was the last thing that we did. I did need KG 2 days ago at the Presbyterian Cardiologist Center.
They said you were good to go.
They said I was good to go. The last thing they're ordering is a stress test, which is pretty much to see how my heart does under a workout. But I'm pretty sure it's gonna be good because I'm doing very good, like in the gym, and I'm pushing myself. I'm back in shape, you know, not fight shape, but I'm in pretty good shape to have another fight.
So this last fight was gonna be at 108.
112. It was gonna be at 112, and I was a little past that, you know, but I lost a lot of muscle.
Wow, man.
Yeah.
And so I know you and Diamond Boy didn't get a chance to get in there and clash, man.
Right. Yeah, and it's not really a fight that I even really want either. I was making that fight happen because that's what the people of New Mexico wanted to see.
You guys are friends.
They want to see the top two fighters just, you know, bang it out. For me, it really isn't in my interest to fight him. I'm not going to gain anything to fight him. Yeah. But I'm pretty sure the opportunity is going to come again, and you know we'll do not a rematch, but we'll actually make it happen. Yeah. You know.
What about do you know what in the fight world? What are they telling you? Are they telling you, hey, just be 100%, and then we'll start talking about the next bout and stuff like that, or have you had our people already saying, hurry up, man, come on, let's go?
Well, I've had a lot of people tell me to be careful and don't overdo it because that's obviously what happened, right? I overdid it. I didn't know my own. I didn't know my body's limit. My spirit can go. It can keep on going, you know, but my body is limited.
Your body's amazing, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, it is. You know, I'm saying it from a personal experience of playing football in college. And like, you can do way more than what you think you can. Like,
right.
Like, I mean, like a super amount more.
Right.
And so I'm sure that with all of that, taking all that into consideration, you're going to be careful.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You're right. And then, like you said, the body is amazing because this only happened 3 months ago. And here I am 3 months later. My ribs are healed. My heart's good. My heart's good. My head's good.
Yeah.
And my lungs are good. You know, my strength is back, and I'm back to running. They said that I could have lost a leg or two. They said I could have been completely paralyzed too.
Oh, just because of the how your blood circulates and stuff. Right?
I guess with that machine or something, a lot of people don't come back the same after being on that. They call it ECMO is what they call it.
Oh man.
Yeah. So they said that that I could have lost both of my legs, and that I could have been paralyzed. Yeah. And so when I woke up and they started feeling a pulse on both of my legs, they were pretty surprised. And I think it has a lot to do with my youth and my athleticism.
Yeah, you say don't do this later in life, right?
Hey, right? Yeah. First and last time. Shoot, that's not even something to put on for an experience. Sheesh, that was terrible.
Much more conversation coming your way on the other side.
We'll get back to the episode in a moment. Monica Wicki here, host of New Mexico Living. I wanted to let you know that this episode is sponsored by Route 66 Casino and Caesars Sportsbook. If you love sports and like having a little action on the game, Caesars Sportsbook is your go-to destination. For rewards and more info, go to Route66Casino.com. Now back to the episode.
So what's the realistic goal as far as, hey, I'm back in the ring, like for an actual fight card?
I was interpreting January for me to go back in, but I don't think there's going to be anything in January. There's going to be something in December, but that's probably just a little too early for me. Yeah. So it might just be the first quarter of 2025, I would say March.
You're going to take it slow, like maybe a fight here and a fight there instead of like multiple fights, you know, like just.
I'm going to go back to normal, like 3-4 fights a year. Max 4 fights, but 3 fights a year is pretty good for me. Yep.
You seem determined too. You just like, hey man, I'm getting right back in.
Right? Yeah. And I think it has a lot to do with like the people that are behind me and supporting me through it all, you know, because I have my family, I have my friends, and I have a lot of fan base too that they're just eager to see me back in there. But with them, I also have people that say that I shouldn't fight no more and that it's too soon to go in. Yeah, I've had that. I've had that a couple times, and like that's more like, okay, well, you don't think I can do it? Well, I'm gonna show you. You know, I'm gonna do it, and you're gonna, you know, you're gonna pretty much just eat your words. Yeah, you're gonna take those words back, and you're just gonna see me exactly the same as I was before.
Anything? What's your future like? What do you want to do like later? Do you want to be a world champion in the 112 weight class, or what's the goal?
I see myself as a world champion at 112. I'm really not that far off from that opportunity.
Well, you have the name, you know,
right.
with the Olympic background. That helps, doesn't it?
Right. Yeah. No. Yeah. It definitely helps. I mean, it gave me the experience that I needed to perform well as a professional too. Because I fought a lot of these Europeans. I'm a silver medalist in Europe and a bronze medalist, I believe, in Spain. And I fought their Olympians, you know. And so it feels good to know that I've competed with the top dogs over there in Europe, and to bring that experience with me here as, you know, in the professional ranks. Like, I'm really, like, not that far. That background and then where I'm at now, because now I'm 10-0 with 5 KOs or 5. I think it's 5. 5 KOs, and I'm ranked the top 3 in the nation, you know, and I believe I'm ranked number 30 in the world out of like 700 something. Yeah, so I'm doing good. I'm doing very good for myself. And as far as what happened, it was just a little bump in the road, and I believe it also made me mentally stronger in a way. You know,
it should, yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Have you ever been like in a fight or something like that, man, and just started thinking about, oh yeah, tomorrow I got to go and, you know, pick up that shirt at the cleaners and stuff. You just thinking about random stuff.
Work related stuff like, dang, I got to put together this guy's axle, man. Shoot, tomorrow. No, not really. That's like when I'm in there, when I'm in the ring, it's like a completely different zone. You know, it's like there's no one else that I'm thinking about.
You're just trying to break that guy down.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just here to just perform, give a show, because I can put on a good show.
Do you ever like actually get mad in there, like where you just want to?
No, not really.
It's more like a technique thing, huh?
I believe it's more of like an experience thing, because like I would say, like, for someone who's never fought and he's going in there and he's probably got like 4 professional fights, right? And he gets in there with this one guy and he's just getting peppered, you know, and then after that, he's probably going to start getting angry. After that, he's going to start getting desperate. He's going to start throwing things, and he's just going to get caught with other things that he shouldn't be getting caught with. So I think that's more of like an experience type deal. You learn that when you get hit in the face, I mean, of course, for the average person, it's going to piss them off, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But, you know, as for a professional athlete who performs in the ring, yeah, they don't see it like that. It's like, okay, well, there's adjustments that I can make, or let me go about this another way or something, you know?
Hey, refreshing my memory on the titles that you currently have.
Right now, I have a IBA Intercontinental title. I defended it, and I am an IBA World Champ. So
you are they making any demands on you to keep your belt, or are they understanding?
Right now there hasn't been really nothing. They haven't reached out to me. Same with the WBC silver belt. That one that's another title that I have, is a WBC silver youth belt. And yeah, so far no one's competed against me. No one's called me out for that yet, so I'm doing okay.
All right. Abraham Perez, New Mexico boxer, the IBA champion, a man that knows what it's like to what do we want to say? Play footsies with the other side,
right? Yeah, just to knock on death's door real quick. And
that is unbelievable. Your story is unbelievable. Thank you for coming, and thank you for your time as always. And I look forward to you in your next fight when you're out there, because I know the work that you're putting in before that, but the work that you had to put in after a near-death experience. So
right, yeah. Thank you for having me.
All right, that's going to do it for us. As always, we'll see you next time.